In the warm, shallow waters off the coast of Japan, something impossibly small catches a diver's eye. Perched on a rock, no bigger than a chocolate button, sits what appears to be a tiny white rabbit. It has fuzzy fur, delicate ears, and even a fluffy cotton tail. For a brief, surreal moment, the diver wonders if they have just discovered a Pokémon, the kind you expect to pop up with cheerful music and a glowing outline. The diver reaches out, enchanted by this impossibly cute creature. They are about to touch one of the ocean's most toxic animals. This is the sea bunny. It looks like it belongs in a children's cartoon, but it is actually a carnivorous sea slug that steals venom from its prey. Those adorable ears are sensory organs that detect food from remarkable distances. That fluffy tail is actually a set of retractable gills. That fur is not fur at all. Subscribe now, because what you are about to discover will forever change how you see cuteness in nature. The sea bunny represents one of nature's most delightful deceptions. Here is a creature that appears designed specifically to appeal to human sensibilities, with features that trigger our instinct to nurture small, fluffy things. Yet beneath that adorable exterior lies a sophisticated predator armed with stolen toxins and remarkable sensory capabilities. In 2015, images of sea bunnies went viral across social media in Japan, and suddenly, the world fell in love with what might be the ocean's most photogenic inhabitant. But the real story is far more fascinating than any viral photograph could suggest. Today, we explore the hidden world of Joruna parva. We will discover how these tiny slugs evolved their rabbit-like appearance, why they are far more dangerous than they look, and how they survive in one of the most competitive environments on Earth. This is a story of evolution's sense of humor, of beauty hiding danger, and of why the ocean's smallest creatures are often its most remarkable. Let us begin. The sea bunny, known scientifically as Joruna parva, is a species of dorid nudibranch, a shellless marine gastropod mollusk. The species was first described in 1938 by Kikutaro Baba, a renowned Japanese marine biologist. Long before becoming internet sensations, they were quietly inhabiting coastal waters of the Indo-Pacific Ocean. The genus Joruna contains approximately 20 species, though scientists suspect more await discovery. Several share the distinctive rabbit-like appearance, though one member is ominously called the funeral nudibranch. Sea bunnies inhabit coastal waters throughout tropical and temperate oceans worldwide. They have been documented in Japan, the Philippines, Tanzania, Papua New Guinea, Australia, the Seychelles, and Reunion. These creatures are almost always found on or very near their food source, and remarkably, they often match the appearance of whatever they are eating. The average sea bunny measures approximately 2.5 centimeters in length, just under 1 inch. A sea bunny could comfortably sit on your fingertip with room to spare. The most distinctive feature is 2 small protrusions on the head that resemble rabbit ears. These are rhinophores, sensory organs of remarkable sophistication. Covered in tiny, fuzzy projections that increase their surface area, the rhinophores detect chemical scents in the water column. This allows the sea bunny to locate food and potential mates across surprisingly large distances. Think of them as underwater noses, far more sensitive than anything we possess. A sea bunny can detect the chemical signature of toxic sponges from meters away, despite being barely larger than a coin. At the rear sits what appears to be a fluffy cotton tail. That is not a tail. Those are the animal's gills, and they are retractable. When threatened, the sea bunny can withdraw its gills for protection, then extend them when danger passes. There is what looks like fur, but it is not. The sea bunny's body is covered in small rod-like structures called caryophyllidea, arranged around small black spots. These structures give the characteristic speckled, fuzzy appearance, and scientists believe they serve sensory functions, allowing the sea bunny to sense its environment across its entire body surface. Sea bunnies come in multiple colorations. The most famous are white and black variants, but they also appear in vibrant yellow, soft orange, and occasionally green. All variants display black spots interspersed among their primary coloration. The sea bunny belongs to a group called Dorid nudibranchs, and like others in this group, it has evolved a clever survival strategy. It steals toxins from its food and repurposes them as personal chemical weapons. The primary diet of Joruna parva consists of sponges from the family Chalinidae, organisms that are themselves highly toxic. The sea bunny can eat them without harm. More remarkably, it processes those toxins and stores them in specialized cells inside its own body. This process is known as sequestration. It turns the sea bunny from a vulnerable mollusk into a toxic target that predators learn to avoid. The bright coloration serves as a warning, effectively saying, "I am poisonous, do not eat me." But sponges are not the only food. Sea bunnies are carnivores. They eat other sea slugs, small sea snails, algae, and sometimes jellyfish. When they eat jellyfish, sea bunnies can steal the stinging cells called nematocysts and incorporate them into their own bodies for defense. The toxins they accumulate make them unpalatable to most predators. Yet some specialized hunters have evolved resistance. Cone snails will eat sea bunnies. Other nudibranchs, immune to those chemicals, will prey upon them. Crabs and certain sea hares have also learned to tolerate the defenses. But perhaps the greatest threat comes from humans. Climate change, ocean acidification, pollution, and habitat destruction are degrading the coral reef ecosystems where sea bunnies live. Like all nudibranches, sea bunnies are hermaphrodites, possessing both male and female reproductive organs. When two sea bunnies meet, they engage in mutual fertilization. Both individuals exchange sperm, and both will subsequently lay eggs. Each sea bunny is simultaneously the mother of its own offspring and the father of its partner's offspring. The mechanics are surprisingly aggressive. Sea bunnies possess harpoon-like projections. During mating, they spear each other, forcefully transferring sperm. After mating, both sea bunnies lay eggs in distinctive ribbony sheets attached to rocks. The eggs take approximately 3 weeks to hatch. When larvae emerge, they possess shells, common to all mollusks. They spend a brief period as free-swimming planktonic larvae before undergoing metamorphosis. During this transformation, they shed their shells and emerge as recognizable sea slugs. This shedding defines nudibranches, whose name means naked gills in Latin. Here is the bittersweet reality. Adult sea bunnies live only a few months to a year at most. That brief lifespan creates tremendous pressure to reproduce whenever opportunity arises. Because encounters between individuals can be rare, mating must happen immediately. There may not be another chance. This urgency is why their sensory systems are so remarkably developed. Those fuzzy rhinophores can detect potential mates from considerable distances, allowing isolated individuals to locate each other across the vastness of the reef. Despite being armed with chemical weapons, sea bunnies remain vulnerable. When attacked by a predator immune to their toxins, sea bunnies have one final defensive trick: autotomy. They can deliberately break off portions of their mantle as a distraction. The severed tissue continues to move, drawing the predator's attention while the sea bunny escapes. The wound heals, though the lost tissue does not regenerate. To witness a sea bunny in its natural habitat requires dedication and luck. These creatures rarely exceed 1 inch in length, making them incredibly difficult to spot among the complex landscape of a coral reef. The best locations include Anilao in the Philippines, often called the Nudibranch capital of the world. Sydney, Australia offers accessible diving where sea bunnies are frequently spotted. The Miura Peninsula in southern Japan provides another excellent opportunity. And Raja Ampat in Indonesia, with its record-breaking marine biodiversity, hosts numerous sea bunny populations. The sea bunny stands as a reminder that evolution does not design creatures for human aesthetic pleasure, yet sometimes, purely by chance, it creates something that speaks directly to our sense of beauty. The sea bunny's rabbit-like appearance is entirely coincidental. Those ears evolved to detect chemicals. That fur evolved for sensory perception. That tail evolved for respiration. Yet we see a bunny. We see something cute and innocent and worthy of protection. And perhaps that instinctive response is not misplaced. Perhaps it reminds us that even the ocean's tiniest inhabitants deserve our attention and conservation efforts. The sea bunny lives a brief, dangerous life in one of Earth's most competitive ecosystems. It survives through chemical warfare, acute senses, and reproductive urgency. It is simultaneously predator and prey, adorable and deadly, simple and remarkably complex. In less than 1 inch of fuzzy, toxic sea slug, nature has created something that captures imaginations worldwide. And that, perhaps, is the sea bunny's greatest gift. It makes us care about creatures we might otherwise never notice. If this journey into the world of the sea bunny has captivated you, please like this video and subscribe. Leave a comment. What should we explore next? The solar-powered sea slug? The flamenco dancer Nudibranch? Or perhaps something even more bizarre? Thank you for watching. And remember, the ocean's smallest creatures often tell the biggest stories. Until next time, keep exploring the unknown